I'm not gonna lie. I loved watching ZACK do the drums in the background, hanging his chest, just thumping along. He's like doing Wakanda Forever. He's doing the whole thing back there, and I'm like digging it.
Wait,
Welcome
so you're
everyone.
telling me you could see the cameras, like even though
Yes.
we're in the...
Yes.
All right, that's kind of embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie.
Welcome everyone to Diabolical Souls Presents. We're doing Primal season 2, episode 7, and this one's a doozy. This one kind of again changes tone. It's going to be a lot of fun. Echo, and yeah, I'm here with my crew, my gang, and we're going to do this together. We're going to be holding hands. We're going to say, yes, let's do this. Welcome, everyone. Please hit that like button. Be greatly appreciated. Leave a comment. Be even better. If you could hit that notification bell, that's for you, Badger. They'd be really, really good. And please subscribe to all these lovely people. Look at them. They're lovely. They're just lovely little creatures, aren't they? So, start off with creature number 1. VEX. Van Gussie, expert, brown magic bonus hole. How are you?
She's got the beef.
I'm quite honored that you are referring to my roast beef as a creature.
Yes.
It really is. It has a mind of its own, so that's a fair statement. I'm good. I'm kind of tired. This episode was great, though. Looking forward to diving in. How are you, Gooch?
I'm tired. February is a tough month. Let's put it that way. We get through Christmas, January, we're pushing through, and then February is just like you're feeling like everybody's feeling. Students,
that seasonal depression is really hitting hard.
Yeah, everyone's feeling it. So, but we got to grind through. That's what we do.
Yep, here. Spring's coming. Early spring is what they're predicting.
Hopefully. The man that yells at everything.
Yes.
How are you, sir? And how are you doing?
Naam yaad rakhna. Samajh gayi na bachchi? Bachchi.
I was doing well.
Bachchi.
Yeah. This episode is it was unexpected. And there's quite a bit going on. I'm looking forward to getting into this one.
Yeah, me too. Nick, how are you feeling, buddy? You were down with the flu for a little bit, and how are you feeling now?
Yeah, voice still sounds a little off if you can't tell it. But if you can, then yeah, sorry about that. But feeling better energy wise. I was out for the count, just trying to get as much rest as I could, so I could get back on this weekly grind, and it has been. Yeah, I agree. It's something about this month that just doesn't sit right. It's been energy draining, and health draining, unfortunately too. But
Black people will do that. It is what it is, Nick. Don't worry.
Stealing my energy, all that kind of crap. I'm like, listen, I got so much to give for reparations.
It was fun, folks. Like, see you later.
I'm poor, so I have nothing to give. So, no. Glad to be here. Glad to discuss this episode with everyone. It's going to be a banger for sure.
So, Nick, what you're trying to say is for Black History Month, you're tapped out.
Yeah, I'm already tapped out. So,
Blair, our friend, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Yeah, this episode went places. I mean,
literally
a lot of places.
Yeah,
and yeah, it's lots to talk about tonight.
Oh yeah, lots. And then down there below me, we have this little guy. We call him ZACK. He's the artist. He draws all these pictures after every episode we review, and he does it incredibly well. Zachariah, how you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I've actually these last few pieces I've been doing for the shows, I've actually been pretty happy with how they've been coming out as a result. I'm hoping that I can I'm hoping I could do a really good job on this one. I actually I did a couple roughs for this one, and just finished up the perspective, and I hope that you guys will like it once it's done.
I'm sure we will. He's been putting out bangers. Like, this guy's leveled up so bad. And we're going to be doing another art auction in March at some point. We just got to figure out a date, and that's basically all on me. So, so look out for that. Let's get into this, shall we? Here we go. this one's called the Colossus. This is the first part to a 3-parter, like I mentioned last week, and it is a banger of an episode. So we start off with we get to the chieftain falling down on the rock, laying there, coughing up blood, feeling all the pain, laying on his back, and he's looking up, and the Valkyries are coming down like the
Were
heavens.
these Valkyries? I thought they were just
Yes.
angels.
They're
No, they're
Valkyries.
Valkyries.
They're
Yeah.
Valkyries.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I thought
look
Valkyries-
at the colors.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just like a question, I guess, because I thought Valkyries usually have like the warrior armor or something, like swords with them. Is that like, it does just depend on your
Yeah, it depends on the
interpretation?
depiction and era that you're talking about.
Okay, gotcha.
How rude of me! Like, I can't believe I forgot. Like the most important.
You've been leaving the chat out.
I know. Like, what the hell's wrong with me? Scadia Quartzmain, good evening, Gooch and gang. Happy Tuesday, happy love month. I hope you're all doing really well. You're all for a treat with this episode and following 2 episodes after. I know. Personally, I thought Colossus were great, even though it's a bit of a mixed bag, but it still feels like it follows Spear and Fang's journey with more of Conan Barbarian in Genndy's own way.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We love seeing you here, brother. Thanks for joining us. We got Blair in the chat. Look at this. We got Gooch's biggest fan in the chat. Oh,
Ooh.
nice. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you. The lovely Sherry. What's up, Sherry? Good to see you. Time Skills is always here. It's good to see him every time.
Yep.
What's up, Grego? Greetings from rainy, windy San Francisco. That sucks. B-Man's in the house. What's up, B-Man? Good to see you. Good morning. Yes. Rick Costa. Rick Costa started following us when we were doing X-Men 97. He hasn't left, and I appreciate it. And
He's great. He shows up on Sundays for me as well, and he's always got some interesting things to say. So
nothing but props to Rick. Thank you. We appreciate you, brother. And I'm working on videos for some of the dedicated ones. Nick's here. The Razorhead is here. We're just Jacob. What's up, Jacob? If you have not checked out Jacob's channel, go check it out. Jacob Ironside, great guy, does some really, really good reviews over there. So please go subscribe. Let's get him to 500.
Yep.
Rio's in the house. We got I think that's everyone so far, and we have 42 people watching on both streaming, whatever you want to call it. I'm not in the mood to whatever.
This bitches be watching. Now get the hell on with it.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Let's get going because we got a long night ahead of us. The color scheme here is the first thing that pops out.
Yeah,
it's incredible what he did with this. The tones, the way he blended the colors, the shine, it's beautifully done. Absolutely amazing.
The just for this whole episode, not just this scene, but there was a lot more contrasting color palettes pretty regularly throughout all of the different environments that we witness and different scenes that we see, which I guess that was most notable when it comes to the color in this episode, because usually he's like he'll have like a scene here or there where he'll have like the contrast going, usually like in an action sequence, but here it was just like he used it in moments like these where it was meant to accentuate one part of the screen. He used it in a background shot later. Then he uses it again, like both in direct and indirect action towards the end of the episode. So the second I saw like some of that shoddy line work, I was like, oh, we're in for an episode later, aren't we? He's got a telling sign every time.
Yeah, I mean the thing about like the line work, there are scenes where it was like, oh, hello, because I mean they get really good, really thin lines, but they're very sharp. You get a lot of detail in close-ups or whatever. And yeah, this one ain't playing around. I mean it goes full boogie on the art, whether it's color, light, or line.
Yeah, the light sourcing is fantastic. Star Wars Marvel Purist, good to see you, brother. Thanks for joining. And always good. Go check out his channel as well. Great guy, phenomenal channel. Go check it out. Sorry,
the gold it has too. The golden hue, the heavenly light.
Yeah, definitely a nice aura.
Yeah, and you start off this episode, you're like, where's this going? Like you're thinking, is he going to the heavens as they're coming down towards him? he's embracing the warmth that they're giving out, and he starts to reach out to them. As he's being lifted up, and as he's being lifted up, he gets pulled back down by these demon arms and right into hell. That's where he goes, right onto the floor of hell, and starts looking around. And man, what a great scene! It just when you think you're going to heaven to go with to spend your eternal life with your family and lost friends and everything. Nope, you're getting pulled down.
No.
And the
This
color.
is,
We got some dues to pay.
Yeah, this is the river Styx that he's looking at, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Maybe.
so not necessarily, yeah, because Styx is Greek.
Yeah.
And
But
Which-
same,
what's
same,
the-
same
Oh,
thing,
sorry.
but just different name. No, go ahead, Vex.
Oh, sorry. What's the Viking equivalent then?
good luck. It's
Can't remember that realm of the dead. It's where the losers go to, the non-battle, the
yeah, those who failed.
weak, and
yeah.
Yeah, but it's the same concept essentially, right? It's souls that
Yeah,
are
so River
damned
Styx
and-
literally is a river. It's just that the bodies that you see in it or have forgotten everything and all this. This is much more like classic hell with the burning, and then you saw the like demons come in and just drop some people into the lava.
I love the color here is like red and black
Yeah,
versus the heavenly glow. All of a sudden, you go right down to like sulfur and burning and ash and
Mhm.
fire.
yeah. There's no question what you're into here with the color
Mhm.
palette.
Our good friend of the channel, Rossi, he's back, and he's back on a mission. And obviously, he's got a hankering for some Arby's for some reason. I don't know why, but he does.
He'll bring the sauce.
Yeah. Good to see you, Rossi, for $2. Thank you, brother. Yeah, the color tones for this is phenomenal. Like, you got the dark grays, the really dark, heavy browns, blacks, and then the orange, yellow, and reds. It's just it gives you that essence of like hell. Like it's really, really dark and heavy in there.
The
Really well done.
he again, I need to just because I know we pointed this out almost every episode in this season already, but his light work, like in
Yeah.
the first season, whenever we came to like pits of fire or anything, he didn't have this color blending going on, even that you see here, where you see the difference in how light plays against a figure versus in the background. So I gotta
Yeah,
gotta-
the
gotta
glow
keep
is stepped up, right? I mean, you would see like the light flicker from a fire, but like the lava looks like it's glowing because of the light spill that it has because of how bright it is, right? The way it's glowing on him now, and you still have like the burning embers floating by and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Nice.
Rossi, you didn't
And
have
they-
to do that, brother.
Aw.
They all hit
Rossi.
too.
Oh,
Yes,
See.
Rossi, thank you so much, brother. 5 Gucci Gang memberships. I appreciate you, bro. I really do. And for that, I think I do have something for you. I think this little guy will get something. Where is it? Right there.
Except 1/8 your size.
Breathtaking. I shall call him Mini-Me.
Rossi just put sauce all over 5 people in the chat.
oh my god!
Oh,
Rossi's
yeah.
saucy.
you have no idea what you just did to this poor little guy. Like
Who said poor and who said little?
oh.
Ooh.
No. This scene right here, where the winds from the main doorway,
Yeah,
coming through, like that was a nice touch with the amber and everything flowing through. Really nice.
yeah, and the multiple blasts.
Yeah,
Right? It's not just like a
Yeah.
continuous wind; it's like these gusts that hit him.
like look at that.
Yeah,
And-
that evil green glow.
The nice
behind.
contrast to the red.
Yeah.
Yes.
Again, another instance. Yep.
Yeah,
And then we get
Boom.
this. Obviously, we get Lucifer, Death, Satan, Devil,
Hell.
whatever you want to call him, Hell. I don't
So-
know what you would call him.
they're
This
more
is the-
vengeance.
This is the same. Yeah, this is Vidar.
Yeah,
Um,
Oh, Vidar. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. this is the guy that we saw in the fire.
Episode.
Yeah.
But like doesn't okay, because like I had the idea that maybe this guy kind of sacrifices his soul, which he kind of does in this scene. Because he sees that his son's soul is damned to hell.
Yeah.
And he's upset by that, so he kind of gives in and trades his own to save his son. Is
Makes
that
a deal with the devil? Yep.
yeah.
I don't know if he's
'Cause
making a
again-
deal though. I mean, because the thing is that he's pulled away from the Valkyries because he burnt up his family over vengeance. This is the price that you pay for the vengeance. And he shows up and he's like, "Oh shit, look, yep. Well, you're in it to win it. Let's go."
Right.
Yeah,
So
it's
he damns himself to try and save them. But the one thing maybe we'll get
Oh, I don't think he's trying to
revealed.
save him, and I don't think he has a chance to.
I don't think so either. I think he resigned his fate
Yeah.
Oh,
because he shows the like a image of Fang and Spear,
Mhm.
and this guy gets like super pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then once he
She's like,
kneels,
yeah, does your
before,
vengeance still
then
burn? Okay, well then go deal with that, right?
boom.
Yeah.
Okay,
You have to
so-
kill them in order to complete the transaction, basically.
So then I have a question, because maybe this will get revealed in the other two parts of this story arc. But why does the devil want Fang and Spear so badly? Because or is it just more that it is like it's being essentially a manifestation of his vengeance? It's not that
Right.
this demon wants them.
Yeah, I don't think the demon especially cares, other than this guy wants vengeance, and it's like, hey, you didn't complete. What's up?
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, see, you know what? I was actually wondering how that was all playing out, and that answers.
I
that,
always
yeah.
kind of thought there was something with that witches in the first episode or season where, he was responsible for that being damaged.
Yeah, but
And
but
this
she
maybe
she
some
wasn't.
type of. Yeah, I was.
But
thought
that,
maybe
that
this
was
like
that was an older
payback.
pagan god, right? It wasn't. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it's been transmuted into this.
yeah.
Yeah, and this is pretty much where we're left off of him becoming a demon himself of vengeance, pretty much. And then we get to back to Spear, Fang, and Mira, and this is like a comical bit. Like we get the serious tone in the beginning. This is the one thing I like about Tartakovsky. He really can play with your emotions and the mood swings throughout an episode. Like he can have this intense beginning, swing into a nice, comedic, heartwarming story right here. Like you're seeing a lot of character depth and relationship building continuously throughout these episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And then again another shift that just smacks you in the face and you're just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful thing that Tartakovsky can do with these episodes. Like it's intense when you sit down and watch these, and you're like, what the hell did I just go through? Like,
Yeah.
I have a flood of emotions. Like you're angry, you're happy, you're
Yep.
sad. It's he does it so well. Him and Bachman, Derek Bachman is the other writer, by the way. So
Yeah, it's interesting to like be reminded, that you get done, you're like, whew, that was some shit. And then somebody's like, wasn't there a bird playing with a turtle? What? Oh God, there was, wasn't there? I mean, it was just because everything is just rolling around.
Mm.
Yeah. Rossi Rossi, thank you, brother. For $5. I'm heading to bed, driving 8 hours to MegaCon tomorrow. You guys are the best. Love you, Bex. Wreck Rose. Take care. Much love. You drive safely.
Get some
Yeah.
good rest and you drive safe, Rossi.
Yeah.
Have fun at
Rossi.
MegaCon.
Yeah.
Rossi, I'll be there because I live here, of course. But I'll be with ABF. So say what's up.
Yeah. Awesome.
Cool.
Picks.
The symbolism of this whole turtle and bird shell,
Mhm.
right? Spear
Yeah.
is very much the turtle just staying place, and she's desperate to fly away and find her people, right? She keeps looking back to this bird joining a group. Again, here's the color contrast. Again, purples and yellows.
Yep.
Yep. Oh yeah. It's amazing what he does with the color tones. Like it's just like, and the background, like just beautiful. See, you can see a lot of the 2D in here too.
Yeah.
Yep.
It really pops out.
I was kind of upset at this part because so she's kind of desperate to leave this area,
Yeah.
But it's never really explained in any way properly why, because the main threats are all gone, and clearly there are some babies that need to be taken care of.
Yeah.
So why
I
is
didn't
she so
understand it
desperate
either.
to leave?
Yeah.
Because it's not their home. I think she's trying to find their home, and this is not it. And there's like a lot of shit happened here. You don't like. Why do you want to stay there? You want it. She wants to be with her people still.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But her
Yeah,
people
so
are in this land, right? There was never anything to tell us that they had sailed back to
We
where
don't-
they came from.
I don't know.
Well, remember
I don't
they
think-
they left back into the woods.
Yeah.
So I the way I obviously like will have art seen this whole season, but
Mhm, mhm.
like just watching this episode again, you know, it's like two things. I think she thinks they might be safe given they just defeated off or fended themselves off of the chieftain and his son, but they went through hell and almost died in doing so. But it's sort of like, yeah, it's not her or their home. How safe is it? If she wants to get back with her people, knowing that her people are alive, hopefully, then like, where are they? Can we find them? We have a boat. We have the means to travel and search for them. So, but I think again, the timing of it is what really matters. Like, is she being too hasty here in rushing Fang's eggs, or would it have behooved them to wait and allow them to hatch? That way, Fang's not carrying them in her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
So,
like, is this all her fault?
Yeah, I do see like a lot of the events of this episode as her fault, and now that you explain, just like, oh, so she's being a woman, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, I mean the question is, I mean, I didn't get the sense that she was trying to get back to her people.
Yeah,
I
she
mean,
is.
The looking and all that, yeah, okay, or whatever. But what the fuck is she doing out on the open ocean? That's not where her people are.
Maybe she's trying to get to her homeland.
She's trying to get to her homeland. Yeah.
The motivation just doesn't make any sense, right? They aren't really in any danger anymore because they killed that entire village of people. The Viking chieftain or whatever is basically dead. He's out of the picture as far as they know. So her haste just doesn't. It causes like so many bad things to happen later on in this episode, and it's never properly established why, or maybe it is later on because I haven't watched ahead yet, but it's never established why she's so irritable and just staying and waiting.
Scadia says in Norse mythology, Vidar doesn't live in Muspelheim. He resides in Asgard. Okay,
right?
But Muspelheim. Okay, Gooch but resides in his own realm called Vitae, or I don't know. You would Vitae. I don't know. A realm of high grass and trees.
Beautiful pronunciation that whole time. I feel educated.
You have to do.
You know what, Vex? You said I have good English, so like
exactly. Yeah, she did. I heard
coming
that.
back to bite me.
I think you should always cheat and sound like you're trying to do a bad Swedish chef or something. It's Muspelheim.
Can't wait to help Badger and talk to Theory about him for $2. Thank you, Rossi. That's awesome. And
Yep,
we got a sighting.
Let's go.
There they are. People, get ready. The OGs, Eraserhead and Gemma, are both here.
Fuck you! Yeah! What's up?
There you go. What's up, Gemma? Thanks for joining us, brother. So yeah, she kind of devises a little plan here for both getting Spear motivated and to get Fang motivated to move and get on the boat Colossus, because that's what the boat's name is. And she decides to start.
No, that's not their boat's name.
The boat that the boat they have right now is.
No, Colossus is the one that
the Egyptian
later run into.
They find.
Yes. Sorry, that's what I. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, no, she is in a big hurry to get to Colossus. We just don't realize it yet. She doesn't either.
Yeah. And he's curious of what she's doing, and she's building a nest, and he's like thinking, I'm going to take an egg, and Fang's like, don't you dare touch one of those eggs. And this is the distraction pretty much they get Fang onto the boat, and this is the comedic part. This is kind of the Looney Tune music they apply here, and it works, and it's pretty funny. It's warm, and it's funny. It's the relationship between the three of them, and as like obviously Fang going for the big piece of meat,
Oh,
Spear gets caught, and Fang's not happy.
Put him back.
Yeah,
And nudges there.
and
It's kind of
and back and forth we go. She takes an egg, he grabs 2 eggs, and back and forth.
She takes one.
Yeah, and she sees the nest in the boat and jumps in.
I do love the one where he puts it back and she smacks him with the tail.
Yeah. These colors are amazing. Like the animation here is like, look at that. That's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
The blues, the aquamarines, the greens, like.
There's some really nice blending he does throughout this episode. Like I noticed it later on when they're on that giant Egyptian ship, but like instead of just showing kind of like the light casting off of the side of the ship, he actually he does the work to like shade in like bits of greens and blues to show that they've been at sea for a while.
Yeah.
And they've been in a lot of different waters, and there's moss and stuff on it. So I thought that was a nice, again, showing how he's growing or at least trying to evolve as an animator throughout the series.
Yeah. What's up, Tech Rat? Always good to see you, brother. Thanks for joining. Yeah. Great. This as they're sailing through down the river, getting out to the open ocean, and she's guiding the ship. And look at that.
Great sunset.
Oh yeah. And then the
Gorgeous.
stars.
Yeah.
So it was almost like they went through like a canal between, like an island that had a river between it, or a land.
Well, I remember they went up the river to get away from Cheap, right? And they had all the problems, so they went back up the river and then went through the surf to get out into the open ocean.
That was beautiful. The starlights in the water.
Agreed.
reflection.
Sailing across space.
Yeah. And it's dawn, early dawn, and you see the Colossus in the background.
Yeah.
Lurking.
I think it's land, maybe, but
But it's interesting though, because they say that T-Rexes have the longest sensibility when it comes to smell. So the fact that again, it's a fictionary animated show, but the fact that they I think went to that sort of detail, I liked that I saw that, because it's like you see that she senses the danger, something doesn't smell right. And so she's concerned because it's not just Spear and Mira that she's trying to protect as well, but she's got 3 babies yet to be hatched. So like mama's extra cautious.
Yeah. I love this dawn setting. It's just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And then
it will be interrupted soon.
It will be interrupted right away.
Boom.
As Fang, she starts to smell something in the waters. A Spear, gets prepared. Or no, it's Fang or it's Spear that notices it first, and then Fang for the first time. That's right. And this is the Colossus. Huge ship, like massive, and then all these little boats come out, and they're pretty big as well, and they go on both sides of the ship that they're on and start deploying men onto the ship. And
Your mic is kind of warbling.
Is it warbling again?
Yep.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, that works.
Yes.
You're good.
Then these are new. We haven't seen warriors like this. They have like
Egyptian.
They're like they're like an army. They come in a group, not like an individual warriors. There was weird swords. Like scythe things.
Scimitar style. But the I'm not sure if they're are they supposed to be Egyptian or Phoenician?
Egyptian.
They're Egyptian.
What the details say, yeah.
Is it? Okay.
You see the Eye of Ra, the ship, but I'm wondering, are these maybe Atlanteans?
They say
that's why I was wondering about Phoenicians.
Yeah, they say they're Egyptian warriors.
Okay.
But it's still a tear up though. They've
Yeah.
never faced anything like this, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
This fight
organization.
sequence. Yeah, go ahead, Blair. Sorry, didn't mean.
Yeah, not this organization. I mean, these people are fighting like a proper army, not like this, mobs of people, one-on-one battle. It's, it didn't help them, but
it does eventually.
Yeah. I love the fight scenes. Like season 2 really amps up with the fight sequences, like the amount, especially the amount of people that they're putting into these fight scenes, and the techniques that they're using. It's just amazing, and well trained and organized. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see this big baddie come out right away. As the door opens up, we see Camus leave, and Camus is huge.
Yeah, when you see this, you're thinking, "Oh, that's
bitch.
the Colossus." No, it is not.
Yeah, he's 10 feet tall, and he's a monster. So that 10 feet tall. So like, Spear must be 4 or 5 feet. No, he must be like 4 feet tall.
Yeah, but he's kind of bent down and all that stuff. He's probably about 5.5 foot tall.
Yeah.
I thought he was Mayan. I thought maybe they, because he wasn't like the rest of them. So I'm like, oh, he must be captured. So I thought he was Mayan.
Yeah, he's a slave. So like he's definitely not one of them. But like what he is, like I think you're right, Zach. Like he could be, from a different type of people for sure.
like a giant race.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like the talks about there being giants in existence. Obviously something that Genndy explores, which is I remember when I first saw this, and I was like, "Holy shit! Like this dude is a savage."
Yeah, it's like watching the opening to Troy with Ajax, and you're like, "That's a chunky boy," and then nope, he's done.
See, when I saw the Egyptians come into the mix, and I really started thinking about what ethnicity Mira is, and because he's using different cultures, and I started, I was doing a deep dive, and like outside of the episodes that I've seen, going on this episode alone, how she was worshiping the sky, like the moon god, and everything like that, I thought she was. I think Genndy took some inspiration from the Dogon tribe, because the Dogon tribe is an African tribe that worships the stars. There's a certain star that they worship, and there's a bright sun in that system where they worship specifically, and just kind of like, I don't know, pieced it together. So I think that's where Mira's ethnicity is. I think she's African.
Yeah, I mean the thing is that every culture at one time or another worship the sun and the moon and the stars. It's the most obvious thing.
Yeah. So yeah, we see this battle between the two monsters, literally, and this doesn't work out. Like she has the eggs in her mouth still, which I'm kind of wondering why she did that. I know.
She tried to get it safe, but
she gets punched, and the eggs go flying, and 2 go into the nest, and 1 flies over Spear, and we see a loss.
Yeah.
The color scheme of that though too. I mean,
yeah.
Contrasting again to the rest of the scene. Yep.
And this really triggers Spear and Mira, and Fang is
Fang is like, I ain't having this no more.
No, which was pretty sad.
3 children she's lost now.
Yeah.
4. This is the 4th.
No, because it was 2 before, right?
It was only 2 before.
Yeah, I think she only had 2.
I thought it was 3. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Did you guys see this like big hulking Egyptian dude as kind of like the yin to the yang of the prisoner dude back in episode 5? because this was kind of like, so like the prisoner dude was like, he'd been shackled up for so long and finally he was let loose, so his kind of primal rage should come out. The same story is here, where this guy's been shackled up but his rage has been almost like harnessed. So I kind of saw it as like two sides to the same coin, because like even later on you see like the light shine through the bars of the prison they're in, and it looks like, oh, he's wearing a striped jumpsuit almost on him. So I was like, oh, that's sorry, rambling.
I'm trying to think
good.
of episode 5. We've done so many streams. I don't even know like what.
That's the English chaps.
The English chaps, where they're in
Men and
1889 or whatever.
Yeah, the insane escapee from the asylum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, from season 2. Okay, yeah.
Yes. Sorry.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I don't really see the mirror for that. I mean, I think the best mirror for the lunatic is Spear.
No, I totally agree with you, but it's just like it's another way that almost like that kind of idea was teased to us, that was actually like foreshadowing or at least priming us for something like this character to show up. You know what I mean? So it was just like there's multiple ways you could view it, but there's so many similarities just in like the character design and how he's like chosen to be used against Spear and Fang and Mira. So it reminded me.
Yeah, but he's more. I mean, he understands what he's doing. He's not just raw animal rage.
That's where the difference is, right? It's like
that's exactly where I was going to go. I was going to say you're right with the yin and yang, because like but it's not that they're cohesive. It's more of a contrast, like a heavy contrast, where you like Spear is very feral and primal, right? And he's basically in his brainstem the whole time. He's like everything's based on emotion. Like he just, that's how he reacts. Where this Camus, that's his name, is very laser focused. He knows how to control his emotions, know how to be calculated with each strike. So yeah, there's a big difference between the two, even though they probably have gone through similar, like as they indicate as we go on, they've gone through similar paths,
like trials and whatnot.
Tribulation.
My thought on this was this is like your classic unstoppable force against the immovable object, right? Like it's a T-Rex. They've been unstoppable this entire time, right? Until they meet Camus, they can't get past him. Like if they get past him, then they can go on with their journey, hopefully, or just maybe thwart the other small heifers out of the way. But it takes all three of them to try and stop them. And the only reason that they are stopped is because the queen comes over and is like, hey, if you don't stop, I'm going to break your other two eggs. And so like it almost, I think if this battle were to have played out, I think they would have eventually beaten him, but it's sort of like at what cost, right? And
yes,
that's,
agree.
It is a bit of a yin and yang. You don't think so?
I think they all would have lost, in my opinion. I think he would have been so heavily damaged that he would probably have died, and I think the other three would have been the same thing. Like they just it's kind of like that Rocky 1 moment where they both go down and just like they're both pretty much out for the count, but Rocky gets up to the last second. I think that's what we'd see with all 4 of these individuals, because it's 3 against 1, and each one brings a different way of hand-to-hand combat. So it'd be interesting.
I mean, Camus reminded me more of the giant ape from season 1.
Yeah. Okay. Is it because he's? I'm not going to ask that.
Because he's bigger than all these motherfuckers and slapping them around like.
How smug is this queen? Like, bitch. Oh man.
Yeah, but she's the intelligent one.
It's like very much.
She understands how to control these people.
Yeah. That's what I mean by Tartakovsky and Bachman. They know how to pull emotion and pull you in as an audience. Like you get invested into these characters. You just like it's magic. He really does do a great job with animation.
Yeah, and you instantly understand that she is very intelligent.
Yeah. Oh, that face. You just want to. Yeah. And then off they go into the Colossus. And there's Camus just sitting there by himself. And then, yeah, this ship is massive. Like, like I'm going to ask a silly question. Do you think they even had anything similar to this out in the oceans at this during this time? No.
No,
Okay,
this thing's bigger than an aircraft carrier. And,
yeah,
and it's
like
way too tall.
It's huge.
Yeah, I mean, the keel would have to be like twice the distance down to keep this thing from just rolling over.
Do you guys remember, gonna be weird, Aladdin and the King of Thieves at all? Do you remember that movie? It was the third Aladdin movie. Went straight to VHS, but in it there was like this this tale that Aladdin's father tells of like this this magical kingdom that was on the back of a golden turtle, and that's what this entire thing reminded me of.
Yeah. Oh, that's an old creation myth where it was like it's riding a crocodile who's riding something else that's riding a turtle, and it was like, what's below the turtle? It's turtles all the way down.
Yeah. I mean, with the possibility of aliens, I'm just saying that something like this could have actually been real.
No.
Aliens could have helped.
No, because physics is still a thing.
Yes.
Not with aliens, though. Aliens could defy the laws of physics.
Thank you, Vex.
Thank you,
Vex.
Not on Earth.
Yeah, not in this universe. Maybe in that other universe that they occupy.
That we know of.
They're like, what the hell is this physics shit you guys have to deal with here? We don't have this back in our world.
Yeah.
They're using their anti-grav systems and
But how would they know they need anti-gravity in the first place? Dun dun dun.
Yeah, this thing's massive, this ship.
It's a city.
I mean, there's a vague callback to I'm trying to remember which pharaoh it was, who made a giant floating barge for the Nile, and it was basically like a palace that floated, and it had gardens and stuff like that that he would occupy. It sank, but they found the remains of it. It was like 10, 15 years ago. And it's a big damn thing, but it's just a barge. I mean, you can't build up that high without also having a keel that goes really deep in the water.
Plus, one good storm would give it a good shake, and all
it'll
those
just
columns
roll.
inside would break. And
Center of gravity is the center of gravity.
Yeah. This is something new for him. He's caged like an animal.
Yeah, just like Camus here. And they both just kind of look at each other, and again bringing in no dialogue. That's like, I keep saying it throughout the series, but it's crazy how you just follow the story without hearing a word. I mean, you hear some like minor words here and there.
Yeah,
but I like this. He puts his hand on her and then just shoots out his legs, like, and then she gets thrown in with all the other harem pieces, I guess. I don't know. They're going to be used as slaves. The whammon. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, and then we get to the really pivotal piece here where they're sailing off, and we're seeing, the ship, the Colossus, move. Really cool. And then we're going to get to the moment here where I want to bring it up. Where they're trying to bring out Fang, and she's like not having it.
I love that. Okay, we're just gonna come on it. Shit.
Chump.
You thought I forgot about what you did?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Jamma says the no dialogue tripped me out so hard at first, but I don't even think about it. It's crazy. There's very little dialogue, like almost zero pretty much throughout the whole series. Like,
and yet you convey so much between all the characters, and you know what they're thinking, what they're feeling.
What's crazy too is that I thought I was tripping because I woke up one morning and the minute I woke up, I'm like, no, I thought I remembered that they were talking in these episodes. Like, it was tricking me out. Because I was thinking about them at the next day after I watched them, and I was like, did he say anything? Like, did he not? Like, oh, because it's so convincing on how well he conveys the story.
Yeah, they're still communicating. They're just not doing it verbally, right?
Mm-hmm.
They did get a shackle on her right hind leg, and she's still taking out people. They're still trying.
I love how she drags the guys that are holding the chain for the shackle to her to then take a bite out of them.
Yeah,
phenomenal art though. Like it just the perspective, everything's proportional.
Yeah, these are the scenes like I was really noticing the line work, like the tongue, the back of the mouth,
yes,
right?
agreed.
Everything is now getting hyper detailed.
Yep. It's done really, really well. It's amazing. I love the scene. And then we got the queen there and she has the egg and she's just threatening to throw it, and then you see Spear communicate with Fang as like she's gonna respond like emotionally, and as she should, like she's already lost one, and
Fang's like, fuck this bitch.
Yeah,
it's kind of like instinctive for her to do that, and he's like screaming at her like ooh ooh ooh, like kind of that kind of language, like which is not really any kind of dialogue really. It's just, but you understand it, and
she does.
But that's what I mean. Like Tartakovsky he just build these relationships, and you just fall in love with them. Like it's so crazy how he does it. Like it's so simple, but yet we don't see anyone else do it.
Show
like,
instead of tell.
Yeah,
He knows exactly what that means.
Yeah.
Did anyone else think that Egyptian queen looks kind of like Mojo Jojo from Powerpuff Girls?
Oh god!
Now that you say it,
well,
I didn't think about it until now, Vex, but yeah,
he worked on Powerpuff Girls. So
I know that's why I thought it was kind of funny. Like I was like,
Yeah.
even the coloring a little bit is the same.
I
know how to
for
draw
like
her.
a character, I thought she was pretty hot. I was like, okay, I can do this. Like, but now I can't unsee it. Like, thanks a lot, Vex.
You're welcome.
I think it's hilarious that guys get attracted to cartoons. I don't know.
All right,
It's like
listen, man.
It's
Go
okay,
ahead,
Zach.
Zach.
I empathize.
Go ahead.
I empathize, dude.
Elaborate, Zach.
Yeah. Why don't you share with us, Zach?
Zach, what did you think of old OG Rogue from X-Men?
I'm just saying that, like, I'm not the only guy that's probably watching this chat that's thinking the same thing. Okay, that's all I'm going to leave it. That
I mean, because there are more than one of you is not actually helping that case in any way.
I thought.
I mean, I'm not the only one that's a complete freak that touches himself when watching cartoons. All right, that's fine. Let's round all of you up.
I'm so sorry, Genndy. Please forgive me.
And Chris Hansen's still employed. I'm feeling primal for Gooch. Oh, Cannoli. I miss you, brother.
Hey, Cannoli.
It's always good. Always good to
Cannoli.
see him. And I'm glad you're feeling better. That's all that matters. That's my big thing.
He's still retarded though. The AIDS are gone. But he's still
there's no
retarded.
cure for that. I've been
No. I mean, the AIDS is temporary, but the retarded.
Retarded stays with you forever.
Yeah. Oh, it's to the
bone. Again, great perspective shot. Like, man.
The light.
Yeah. And the way the light spills in.
I like these guys rowing the Colossus. Man, this must suck trying to row this huge.
Oh yeah.
Huge.
Like, how many people you think they got rowing that behemoth, right?
Not enough.
Oh. And then you're sitting beside a freaking T-Rex.
Dinosaur, yeah.
Yeah. Look at the light source again.
Oh yeah, I love it.
And then you start to see arrows flying through the window, or like on the outside of the window, which is awesome. Oh, actually, I wanted to touch on this too. Like, they're sitting beside Camus, and they're looking at each other, like, and they're just kind of wondering what's next. Like, are they working together? They still got to fight. Like,
I thought it was just like a moment of understanding. Like they both, he's like Spear and Fang not so much yet, but Spear specifically has caught on that yes, they are prisoners, but there's a choice that they can make in how to survive through that prison. that prison life. I don't know.
Imprisoning.
You know what I mean? Thank you. Sorry, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Right. So it's just like either it's a kind of fight, or you just you take it and you die, and there's eggs on the line. So Spear picks up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they leave this ship, and this scene right here where they look out and see the actual battle. Like, yeah, perfect. Look at this, and then boom. Like that is
this is crazy.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
There's so much going on here. Holy shit.
Yeah,
it's like
armies of men.
Yeah, was it our best idea to attack Carthage? I'm not sure. This was. Can we?
Well, look at the shore, the beachfront. You got all those big.
Yeah, you got the spikes
like,
to keep them from landing.
Then you got the armies coming at you, and then you got
elephants.
these huge war elephants coming at you. Like it's.
And they got a walled city that.
Yeah. So they're attacking a Babylonian city, apparently.
Question:
so,
is this is this like a real historical battle in some sense, or?
Well, they kind of fool around with like history.
No, I know they fool around with history, but I mean, like this specific battle, is this reflective or imitating a real siege?
No, the Egyptians aren't riding up on Babylon. The Babylonians are essentially like the Mesopotamian area.
Yes.
The Egyptians were shit at actually sailing on the seas. That was the Phoenicians. More likely would have been that they ran into the Carthaginians. Which would explain the elephants.
Yes.
I don't believe the Babylonians used much in the way of elephants.
Okay, so this is still, once again, a melding of many different
it's mixing up a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Which has been consistent all throughout the series. I mean,
For sure. It was just like the amount of stuff that he introduces in that one single shot when they look off of the ship was crazy, and like my brain started to wonder: is there actually something from history that's real that he's trying to mimic, or is he just throwing together things like he's already done so far?
Yeah, he's throwing them together because I mean, like the when I saw the ziggurats, I was like, oh, okay, so we're going to be like an Acadia or Babylon, something like that, or whatever. Which apparently we are. But then when I saw the elephants, I was like, well, this got to be the Carthaginians that you're messing with here. And nope.
What's up, Jana? Always good to see Jana in the chat. Thank you.
I hope you're feeling better, Jana. She's
yeah,
got a
getting
nasty
better.
Flu. Yeah.
Yeah. Water. Drink lots of water.
Not feels good.
Oh wow. That was a good one.
Poor Smeagol says, Jana, feel better now. Not the little Floridians hurts us.
Oh, wow.
Stupid little hobbitses.
Sorry.
There's a woman out there that's going to rewatch this and be like, oh, he's attractive and can imitate Smeagol.
Oh, yeah.
That checked all the boxes. Oh, no.
Eat,
my
Jana.
little, yes, eat.
Yeah. We'll have to do a meatwad and
meatwad and Smeagol stream. Heck
yeah.
This dude's stronger than shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then we see Camus watch Fang and Spear do their thing as a team, and they start taking out some of these Babylonian soldiers, and crazy fight scenes, like unbelievable. Like he just really amps it up in this episode.
I like
imagine this Babylonian, like this morning, he had a little hummus, it's all fine or whatever. And then next thing I know, a T-Rex is biting my head off. What the hell?
Oh wow! 100 super chat for him to say "my precious." Wow. Okay.
Wow. With Fang specifically, I very much enjoy that he's taking risks with the perspective shots on her throughout this entire episode. It's not just one or two instances. Like almost every time she's on the screen outside of the boat sequence at the beginning, he's taking like chances with how she's
you're getting like 3/4 front, you're getting 3/4 rear when she's swinging a tail.
Not for me, just a suggestion.
Oh,
I'll say it now, but my
no, you hold it.
No, you got to hold out. No, it's just like the shirt. The shirt stays on until we get 500.
Yeah,
I thought it was 1,000.
No, that's when he goes naked.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the
okay.
I come out of the shower with the with the towel. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, copy that.
What?
Yeah.
It's okay. It'll be animated, Zach, so you can also.
Yeah. So you can goon to it as well. Yeah.
God damn it.
Oh, that's a good one.
Also, the queen's name is like Ima. That's her name.
Oh,
Ima what?
the Egyptian queen?
Bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what Scotty has said.
Her name's just Ima or Ima. I think it's Ima.
Ima probably makes more sense if we're talking about that specific ethnic background.
So he spikes one in the head, then slides underneath and guts it.
Yeah.
And the big dude is only able to throw one over, and that's it. Meanwhile, this guy's just, slaughtering.
Oh, look at that shot.
Another
see what I
perspective
mean?
shot.
Yeah, great.
So
shot.
many perspective shots. And I love the guys going up the ladder, and then the spear just goes flying past them.
Yeah.
But even with the perspective shots, he's very careful with the line work too. With all of these,
Yes.
because I noticed in every single instance, that's no longer those shoddy lines. Like he's saving it for something else. It's nice and clean and sharp line work.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the camera angles too. Top-notch camera angles. He really capitalizes on his camera angles.
And even the way, I mean, like the pose that Fang is doing is very angular, and that tends to be, convey like anger.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Great shot. Yeah, and the arrows are coming down, and then you see Spear just rage and climb up the wall. These guys are going up a ladder, getting killed one by one. He just scales the wall by himself and just starts taking out guys with arrows and just rage killing everybody here on the wall. It's and then we see this piece where they're ramming the doors and Fang's like, that's what I love about Fang. She's like she's a beast, but she problem solves.
Yeah. She works out what they're doing.
Yeah,
and it's like, okay, yep.
And
it's like a raven
to adapt. Yeah,
clever girl.
Clever girl. Yeah, and then she's like helping him out. Like, no, that's not a good shot, actually. Now that I look at it.
Hello.
Yeah.
Vex, would you like to recreate this shot?
Oh yeah. Let me get the camera plugged in.
Rossi's gone to bed.
Yep.
He would kill us. And enter. This is another great shot too, because this king here. This is what I like about it's very simple touch, but I thought it was great. When you get the look of the king here, where is it? His eyes.
Yeah, where he's just like, motherfucker, there's a T-Rex in my courtyard.
But he has crystal blue eyes.
Everyone
else has like brown, dark brown eyes. He has the crystal blue eyes, there it is. Or not crystal blue, but he's got the white eyes, like indicating he's royalty, like he's like special. Which I thought
like this is like Assyrian, Persian type of thing too here.
Yeah, Babylon.
Yeah, he can't believe this is happening. There's like a caveman and a T-Rex
in my courtyard. This is some shit right here.
Also, say hello to Wayfarer. Thanks for joining us, brother. I appreciate that. This was a great series. It is a great series. Can't wait for season 3. Cannot wait for season 3.
Still no announcement on that, on a premiere date?
No,
I looked today too.
Yeah, and this guy's reaching for arrow, and then you see,
This was so cool too. I like this perspective from top to bottom.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, the multi-level where they're both.
Yeah,
I think
this is all 2D right here, and this is a lot of like 3D.
They tried to do this in, I can't remember what episode it was in season 1, but it wasn't. There was no 2D. It was all just flat, and he just pushed. But it was also level. It wasn't from this top to bottom. Instead, I can't remember. It was like the coyotes, the pack of coyotes episode in the forest. If you guys remember that one.
Oh yeah.
When they're running through the field and you see the coyotes at they're slightly further. Like never sorry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then this is pretty much where the episode ends. Like it's just a bloodbath, and you're seeing Spear rage. We're seeing Fang
That's a
Rage.
great shot. Both of them together,
Did it
roaring
really
and
end
triumph.
at that moment? Damn.
Again, like the camera angles, we go from the bird's eye view to like
the ground level looking up, and then you've got the blood red sunset
color
going.
contrast on top. Yep.
Yep.
And then even the changes in lighting and color tone as well, from cool to hot, kind of on the edges. Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, that was we went through that pretty fast, actually. Well, there was a lot of war scenes. It's just a lot of fighting and
action. Not a whole lot of. This is one of those episodes where it's just like visually, there's a lot to appreciate because the groundwork for all of the emotional and character stuff has kind of already been laid down leading up to it. Yeah.
I love his battle action scenes too. Just the way that they're shot and filmed, and the type of action. You go from like arrow shots to spears to skull smashing.
Well, you get a 360 feel for the environment, right? So he's really good at that.
But he's also very good about his camera moves. You always know where you are in the battle, right? It's not, here's a random shot where you're just like, what the fuck am I looking at? Why is this happening, right? Because we've already established that Spear is up on the ramparts, right, taking out the archers and all that stuff. So you get through the courtyard, you know where he was from there. Once she's in the courtyard and you see the archer, and then he comes across, and you're like, of course he would. He would still be on this level, right? Even though it's an entirely different shot, you understand where you are in the battle at all times, and that's important. You'll see a lot of people screw that up, right? Where they're like, "Oh, I want this shot." It was like, "Yeah, but I don't know where the hell I am now," and it takes a minute to figure it out, right? He always kind of he will either give you like little glimpses, or he's already given you an understanding of the layout, so that when you switch to a new area, you still know where you are relative to all the combatants and who you care about.
Blair, your thoughts, and what would you rate this episode there, sir?
This, we start out with the chieftain going to the afterlife and setting something up in the future. You see them nesting, then going on an adventure, then you see them enslaved, and then you're in a massive full-on war. This was great for action. It was just incredible. I give it a good solid 9. I want to see how they either get out of this, or if they take this situation over completely, or what's going to happen. So, I love this.
Nick, your thoughts on this episode, sir?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, a lot of things about this episode I liked. Obviously the action was quite immense, and it's just the start of it too. But I liked how the intro to this episode set something up for the future. So while the rest of this episode kind of in some ways might make you forget about what happens, it's just a reminder to just say, like, to not, to put that on the back burner, because it's going to show up at what point in time, but you don't know when. It could have the chieftain could have, in the demon form, or like the juggernaut form, could have come back at the end of this episode. You don't know that, which is why we watch. But a lot of themes in this episode that I noticed with the continuous bonding between our trio, bondage in a slavery form, while yes, there's a giant there that doesn't allow their journey to continue progressing, and they're ultimately like him now. So there's this we're all in this boat together sort of idea, but we're not really happy about it because we're here against our will. So it's like the lack of freedom that they that they once had, they no longer have. So and it's like, while the chieftain has to make a deal to get out of the circumstance that he's in, or to maybe circumvent his family, which we'll see what happens with that. They're also in a similar situation where they have to battle for this Egyptian queen, not only for Fang to get her eggs back, but for them to escape their current reality, potentially, if she's willing to let them go. But again, we don't know that. So there's a lot of concern in both camps. But artwork was fantastic as always. I mean, obviously the continuous ways that Genndy shows us the angles, the quiet moments that bring these scenes to like Blair mentioned, like where it seems like they were floating in space over the sea, which is just awesome to see that. Also, 119 people died in this episode, or creatures as well. So that is the new record so far for this season. Up from was it 82, I think, or somewhere in the 80s from episode 4. So, and it makes sense considering what we see here. And I think the other thing I liked is the continuous size increase of the giant compared to Fang, compared to Spear. But when you include the war elephants, like to me, it reminded me of, again, like the Oliphants from like Lord of the Rings, where like you see them on the battlefield and you're like, oh damn, like shit just got real. Like that look that Theoden has on his face, like he's like, oh man, like what is this? But we got to go fight. Yeah, you have to fight it. Like the only way is through, and they do just that. So obviously a bit of a cliffhanger, but I'm gonna go solid 9.
Yeah.
Inches?
I'm gonna give it a solid 9 inches out of 10 for VEX and Spear.
Monsieur Goodwin.
Yeah, I mean this episode has a lot of like consequences and stakes are being established pretty hard, right? I mean you have the chief where you think that's done, but his his vengeance and wrath isn't over yet, and it's kind of been plussed up, right? That's going to be their past coming to to get them. Then you have the weakness that they have is the eggs, and it was a bit surprising that Tartakovsky opted to have one of those shatter to set stakes, right? That you understand nothing is safe, right? And the queen figuring out that using the eggs is a way to control Fang, right? But you notice on the ship she has both of them. When she comes down in the Colossus, she only shows one, which means she's got another one somewhere else, right? So that's a wait a minute, you can't just knock her off and get the eggs back, right? That will only get you one of the two. I love you have moments of absolute mayhem and rage and fighting, and then you have like on the Colossus when Fang is in the cage and Spear is next to her, she's almost mourning. There's this low moan that she has, the whine, because she doesn't have her eggs and Spear is touching her, right? And that, I mean, it really is a tour de force animation wise. Tartakovsky's just going off, right? And just sit back and be in awe of what's happening story wise. This is, I mean, it feels like if you look at all the action, it doesn't feel like a pause. If you look at it from story-wise, it feels like a pause, but it's not, right? It's everything kind of building. That there's, you feel that past, with the chief, you feel the stakes of the eggs, and then the situation that they're in, on the Colossus, that everything is coming to a head, and there's a certain amount of like angsty anticipation that this episode causes, and I'd give this a solid 9. I mean, it really, it doesn't have some of the strength of story that we've had in a couple of other episodes, but it's not far off. And holy shit, does the animation step up and announce its presence with great enthusiasm.
Yeah, I like that. Stakes. Vex?
I got really nothing to add. I think everyone else has summed it up really well. I'm just going to add that I really like the color and lighting work in this episode. A lot of contrasting colors too, to emphasize emotional stakes, the physical stakes, even just some of the new world building kind of elements that it adds in. So I'm gonna give this, because I feel like the next two parts might lift up my rating for this one, but as it is right now, I'm gonna give it 9 T-Rex omelets out of 10.
Yeah.
Yum.
You sick.
And a little T-Rex veal if you.
Yeah.
I don't understand how quick you're so fucking quick to come up with something like creative shit every single episode since the beginning of last year. I'm like truly impressed at how off the cuff you're quick with it. Like
It's because I have a penis in real life. That's why.
Rossi might enjoy that. I'm just kidding. No.
Erect Rose. Zach, your thoughts on the show, and if you are close to your picture.
So, all right. Again, this is where I start going 10. This is for this episode specifically, it's a 10. Because just being a fan of gladiators and such, like I know that once in a position like that, these heroes are going to be so deep in blood that the amount of lives they're going to take or continue to take moving forward, they're going to have consequences. So even though that whatever is going to happen, whether they win or whether they lose, like it's going to have a lot of consequences for other things around them. So the impact is sorely great. And I love the build up he's got for it. And I wasn't expecting the Egyptians coming in. I just thought that he goes straight from Vikings. I'm not a fan of Vikings, so I was like, oh, thank God we got out of the Viking arc. And then we're like, oh fuck, like we're in Egyptians now. Like okay, like, and the amount of different factions they're gonna go up against, truly impressive. So. It's a 10. It blew my expectations. And let me take the tape off because
I do want to point out that Zach made sure to mention that he likes gladiator movies. That's an important thing to establish.
Yeah, sorry, I'm taking that. I have perspective lines all over this because this was a very tough angle. I have the pencils done. I did not literally. I took. This chair is an ass.
Oh yeah.
Oh
wow.
Damn.
Oh,
nice.
Wow.
So again, I apologize. It's
Dude. Holy.
So you come out.
I think her tits can be bigger. Just saying.
Well, I apologize on the lighting.
Swap the eggs in as her tits. That's
again. I apologize of it. It's just
nah, dude. That was
I don't apologize. That looks amazing.
I can't wait to see that.
Just wait till it gets inked. Honestly, I've been in the groove of it once I finished it, so I was like, okay.
That might be a good one for color too.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah,
color that man.
Yeah.
I want to thank you guys for joining me again tonight. I appreciate it. That was a lot of fun. This series has been a blast so far. It's just been incredible to talk about these episodes, this series. Chat, you guys have been amazing. Blair, where are you going to be this week? What you got going on?
Thursdays, I'm going to be on with the Dualies. Hold my Dual Shock. Then Thursday. And then right after that, I'll be back here with you fine people talking about Kaiju number 8.
Nice. Nice. Nick, what you got going on, brother?
Yeah, tomorrow we'll be talking about Empire Strikes Back.
Ooh,
the greatest Star Wars movie ever made.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Cannot wait for that. I might watch it after this, actually.
I am. Yeah.
And then Thursday, Primal, and then
no, Kaiju number 8.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Kaiju number 8. I'm thinking, yeah, Kaiju number 8. And then I don't know if I'll be on Naughty Stream on Friday because I will be at MegaCon, so it depends if I get back in time.
Just cancel, man. Don't rush that kind of thing. Like you're
yeah,
gonna have a blast meeting people. You don't want to be on a
Yeah.
time limit for that.
Yeah, I'll be hanging out with ABF and other peeps like pretty much Thursday, Friday, and maybe Sunday too. But so and then Saturday I will be on Film Comics Explained with Niet, and I don't know who's going to be on this weekend, but it's going to be Lethal Weapon, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Oh,
nice.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah. So I was like, and Saturday's the busiest and most expensive day for MegaCon. So I'm like, I don't want to deal with that shit again this year. Nah, I'm good. Traffic's a bitch. Parking is way jacked up. So
in Orlando, especially. Oh yeah, I don't blame you. Don't blame you.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'd rather talk about Lethal Weapon. So
Goodwin, where are you going to be there, sir? Tell everyone where they can find you.
Yeah, so I'll be here Thursday for Kaiju number 8. Friday I'll be on Adam Gray's B-roll stage for B-sides. God help me, the movie he finds, because the last one was just and I know that he has dug through the bottom of the barrel, is now digging a mine to find stuff now. And then Saturday I'll be on Niats for Lethal Weapon. And I don't know if I think that Niet may be doing his Thursday gaming streams, so you'll definitely catch me and Big Ship in chat for that, making fun of Niet as he gets scared and screams like a little girl.
Poops his pants.
Yes. The Niet nappies, they're doing well in the merch store.
He doesn't scream, and come on.
Oh my god! Oh my god, that is the first time I've legitimately been spooked by the Xeno.
Yeah, he is also lying in that he had been spooked several times previously.
Yeah.
First on that day.
Vex, my friend, what you got going on?
How dare you call me your friend?
I know. I hate you so much.
I thought you were oral frenemies. Come on.
Yeah,
oral
texting Vex, oral
oral frenemies.
Jamma, thank you for plugging all of my links, by the way, in the chat. You got all of them. I'll be on Niets for Lethal Weapon. Cannoli will be there too, first time on Niets channel. And then every Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern, early morning Vexhibitionism. I think this Sunday I'm going to be doing the series Friday Night Lights because I've been binging that for the first time over the last 2 weeks, and I can't think of anything else. I don't want to watch anything else. I think I might actually like football now. So, yeah. Thank you for having me.
Of course. And please go check out our show on Sunday mornings. It's great.
Thank you.
Zach, what you got going on? You got anything going on? Thursday, you're going to be here, Kaiju number 8 on Thursday, and
just besides Kaiju 8, just a lot of drawing, catching up. Joe Sontag is going to be on his show Monday night. That's going to be a really good one. Batman and Spawn. So I actually am going to be prepping up a bigger piece to do those two characters in the same composition. So I can't wait for that.
Nice. As for me, you can catch me tomorrow. I'll be here doing The Empire Strikes Back.
Ooh. And
I'm looking forward to that because it's one of the best films of all time. So
yes.
definitely one of the best sequels of all time. But again, I want to thank you guys for joining me. Chat, you guys are flipping amazing. My mods, you guys are legit great. And everyone watch on the replay, please subscribe to everyone here. And thank you so much for watching. There's only one thing left to say, isn't there?
Stay Gucci, my friend.
Stay Gucci.
Stay Gucci.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?